Later today, we're starting production on our conference opener. So I'll go through all the gear and different things like that and the cameras that we're using to shoot. But first, I wanted to start at pre-production. Since there is a little bit more restrictions at the moment, restricting how many people are on set and different things like that, we're going to have to plan it a little bit differently. So I'm using a software called CineTracer. Here in CineTracer, you can create digital sets. It's kind of like a video game for filmmakers. So jumping straight in, this is my first set and this will have the vocals in it. It's cool, you can kind of put your models in there and you can get them to move around. We can actually make them to rap or to play the piano, as you'll see later. But for now, I'm kind of just getting them to listen to music. So if I jump up to here, departments, I can jump in and get a free camera. I wish that was like real life. And then we can also press out of that, press that, and then we can enter the camera. I can change the view here if I press V. And so now I am the camera. Down here we have a bounce board, which I'm going to mainly light both sets. We have 2 sets in total. This one with just a lantern, aiming to give them a nice soft light, and it's going to surround them. And then just to get rid of some shadows underneath their eye, I'm going to add a bounce board underneath. And then finally, I'll probably add just a hair light at the back there, making it slightly warmer to get them a little bit more separated from the background. I'll probably shoot at like a f4 just so I can get all of them both of them in focus. And then I'll probably, get somewhat framed around there. Don't mind the curtain in the right hand side. It'll probably just be black. Probably go slightly lower and shoot like that. So you can press enter on the keyboard when you're in this view, and that will actually give you a storyboard screenshot. That's our first set. I'm going to press Y at the moment so I can bring up my man, and he has a jetpack. He can fly around. I did make a third set here, but didn't end up using it. So it's just this one over here. So this will be our main vocalist and our keyboardist as well. If you press shift, it's just like any video game, you'll start running and go a little bit faster. So if we jump in the first camera here, this will be my main angle, and we'll probably do 2 takes of each. And so I want kind of a solo shot of him. I want a wide shot of everyone. So I just press enter to get a screen grab. And then I got another camera over here, which will do our pianist. So we do it like that. And then you can see this guy's playing the piano actually. For lighting, I'm thinking we'll use 2 lanterns here, one for keys and then one for the main vocalist. And then we'll put a hair light in the back there. The reason I'm using lanterns is because I want to light both of them slightly. And I mean, we'll see on the shoot, like here it doesn't look too bad. It's probably a little bit too dark around his face here on the pianist. But we'll kind of see when we get there. I don't believe it will be that bad because I'll have this other lantern here and possibly just bring it more forward so it casts a slightly bit more light here. I don't want it to key him, I just want it to slightly fill that shadow. And then we do have that bounce board just under here to remove the shadows from his face. I assume the white keys on the keyboard will kind of reflect and remove a little bit more shadows on the pianist's face. But that is pretty much it. For the background, we're just going to be all black. And hopefully that cuts out well. I'll show you actually the storyboard. So we've taken all those screen grabs. So you can see here, this is the storyboard. So I want a set of vocalists on this side, a set of vocalists on this side. So that's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna take these screen grabs out and then pop them into slides. And then, just check my framing on everything. But this software is so cool how I can kind of test everything or most things beforehand. Once I have the shots from CineTracer, I can bring them into like a slide deck. It's like Google Slides. And just make a presentation. So on the day I can actually have these for reference on set. So these are all the shots that I have so far. Now there's gonna be more instruments and different things like that, but most of the lighting is going to be quite similar. And I can also test out my split screen as well. So I do want to have a lot more fuller frame when the song does build up. And just looking at all my frames as well together, I do want to have a lot more liveliness when the song does build up. Not only going handheld, but I think we're going to set up some park hands on the ground and yeah, just turn them to warm so that way it does give a really nice glow underneath, and possibly just get some lens flares in there as well. So pretty good. I'm excited for later today. So before we jet off, I'm just packing up my gear. As I showed you in the last video, or the video a few back, this is the Ronin setup that we're going to be using. 702 bright monitor, small rig, little adapter there. I got the back handle attachment, so I'm going to take off the tripod and stick it there when we're shooting. I'm going to add the R6 to the top here, and then we're going to plug in all the cables, such as the USB-C cable, HDMI for the monitor, and then spin with that. I do also have the C200 just down here. This is what I'll be taking. Small rig matte box, just the C200 itself. I may put the V-Lock battery plate on top, just so it will last a little bit longer. But it's pretty stripped down, no extra monitors, just the mic for scratch audio as well, plugged in to XLR. I'm also going to take my umbrella, the bounce that you saw in the Cine Tracer. I'm going to just use this umbrella since it has a little bit easier hold on it, and it's quite large, so it'll bounce for like multiple people as well, if need be. So I'll take this. This little bit just actually came off. Wonder if that's necessary. Stick that in there. Cool. Let's bring this. All right, check this out. I got a Big Mac, and it comes with this awesome cup that apparently never tips over. Awesome. I'm gonna jump on, play Catan. I'm currently on a break from shooting. Next shoot is at 7 p.m. I have an hour and a half to play Catan and eat some food. Let's do it. I did win at Catan, thank the Lord, and at the moment I'm just checking out some inspiration before we have to shoot in another 20 minutes. Joe Hisashi, probably not saying that right, he is a pianist and he makes some cool videos, and I'm just watching some other music videos to try get a little bit more inspired. Come, I'll show you the set. Okay, so I'm pretty far from the camera, I can't really see. Even if I have to bend over, I don't even know. But this is the set. Essentially, we have a stage deck on the ground to make it feel a little bit more formal. I actually got to get the mics and put it here. I have the Ronin RS2, as I said before, when we want to do some gimbal stuff, which, to be honest, this space doesn't really require, have that much space for it, as well as this black can only go here since we weren't able to move it over. But that's okay. I have the C200. I'm shooting 18 to 35, small rig matte box, V-Lock battery, so I don't have to continuously change the battery. We're shooting both cameras, Canon cameras in C-Log, and up here I have the Blackmagic Ursa Mini 4.6K, and that has a 24 to 70 on it. None of these have any filtration or anything, which ideally I would have liked for this kind of set, but that's okay. So that one is up there recording in, I think, 2K or 4K, and everything's at 25 frames a second. We have this Aperture 120D with the lantern on it, which I think turns out really well. I think it looks quite nice. I have this massive umbrella that I've done a video on a while back, and that's essentially just giving us a little bit of bounce towards here, and also hopefully just getting rid of some shadows. At the back here we have two par cans. These are not particular in what brand, they're just like more for stage. And then finally this light is the Aputure 300D. I've put a gel in it so it makes it slightly warmer, and it does have a softbox and the grid on top. Only one layer of diffusion, and it's on about 84%, just giving us some back hair light and a bit more color and pop. I also put the skirt around the lantern just to make sure it doesn't bounce on the background too much, just so we have that nice black background, kind of like what we did in Cine Tracer, and just blocked out our shots. So on my computer, I have the shot list ready there, and just so I can reference it. And yeah, it should be pretty fun. I'm gonna start setting up for the next one. But that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this gives you a little bit more information about how we shot this. I'll put some shots up here of our final product, or you can check it out at the link in the description. See ya.